Alright, welcome back to episode 7? Or episode, I don't know, I can't remember episode anymore. I think this is episode 7, but it's probably wrong. But anyway, so it's been a little bit since I was on this map, and shame on me. But, we had the red team collapse, they wanted a territorial expansion, but, oh god. They, had territorial expansion, but eventually their campaigns, I think it was when they were starting to invade Egypt, it came crashing down on them, and red team is no longer here. As you can see the shape of the red team, but the red team is no longer here. Over in Europe, we have the gold team and the purple team war still going on, and over in Asia, we have the Chinese civil war going on. So we're just gonna get straight into it, and we are going to explore all of this because the Lime team has been chipping away at this, and they are able to fully go after it. So let's go back to this war. Uh, the gold team is winning. The gold team is gonna have a massive counteroffensive over here, connecting all of the areas, and I think this was like a whole like stalemate. Like the purple team had this island, it was taken, and then I don't know. I can't really remember. This area is taken. We have the purple team almost being fully uh kicked out of the Swedish area, and over here we have the gold team being massacred and being kicked all the way to the capital. The capital is now encircled, and the war is starting to come to an end. We have everything over here being taken by the gold team, and using gold team ships. This island falls. We even have Latvia take small territorial stuff, but this is honestly such a minor issue to the purple team, where their capital is literally encircled. But won't matter because the gold team will push all over here, and it will take everything else. Now they officially boarded the red team, Latvia, and over in the capital area, it is now going to be a siege. It's going to be a long siege. Alright, now let's go over to Asia. Over in Asia, China was pretty stable. China was pretty stable, but um, issue with the China is they didn't really treat their northern half as good they did the southern half, because this is like their core territory. Like everything over here, this is core territory. They did not treat this area over here very well. So over on the border, the Chinese rebels not looking to dominate China, but they just want their independence, and they will keep taking territory until they get their independence. So this is not a long Chinese civil war. It's probably around like a year of intense fighting. But we now have another China, and this China's capital will be right over here. We'll put it right there. Alright, so now we're gonna go over to Europe again. Actually, we can go to India. Uh, this Indian team is going to uh expand, like expand a lot, and they're going to become one of the strongest countries in the world because of their location. Without the red team being like being a competitor, India has no competitors, as like this is nowhere near as strong as India as of right now. And India's a new country. India is very new, as they just formed. So but because of the location and the following of the red team, they will become very strong very quickly. Alright, let's go back over here because I want to finish it up. We'll say in 8 months we have this being wiped out. Everyone is massacred, and okay, yep, you're gone. Alright, so that was finished up. Now we'll go over here. the gold team is just gonna snatch it up, but the gold team is going to go on a phase of doing nothing because they are they got battered by that war. Actually, what they will do is put their boats over here for some sea exploration, and they'll explore like probably all of this actually. I maybe with the help of Sweden. I guess you can call this Sweden. I'm not too sure what you want to call this, but we'll call it Sweden. Or the blue team, you never know. Up to you. Is that Sweden or not? Alright, now let's go to Central Europe, where we have a few countries popping up. Alright, so we have three countries popping up. We have a central. We have the very first. Well, I guess all these are central. But yeah, we have this is like the central of central countries. We have a boot. This looks like a shoe. But we obviously have a boot right here. So, we have reddish pink country. We have a yellow country, and we have a teal country showing up. Now, how different are these two colors? 00 FFD8 and 60 FFD8. Okay, yeah, I mean, it's pretty similar, but one's darker than the other. And like, no one cares. Alright, so capitals, let's get capitals. Now, this capital will be right there, their capital will be right here, and then these has capital are gonna be right there. Luckily, the yellow is kind of dark, so we can't really see the yellow. Now, why in this shape for this country? Well, one, the Alps. Now, obviously, they have some of the Alp territory, like right here, like Alps right here, and Alps come over here, something along like that. But it's just because of the Alps. That's all. Now it's time to go down to the green team. The green team has been doing nothing ever since they were after they have that coalition formed against them, and I also let them. This is both these countries are kind of here now because of them. But the green team is going to be doing something, and that something is invasion. But of where? Well, an invasion back into the Italian peninsula is not going to go well, as the pink team is very strong. Like it's more of a defensive military, kind of like because all the militaries in the world at this point are more like offensive, but this is like the first key defensive military out right now, due to the fact of the green team or the lime team existing. So they're going to they're not going to go into France. They are not ready for that yet. Well, most likely they won't even do it. But if they were to go into France, they get slapped. But they will be going over to this country that's done absolutely nothing wrong. Their forces will bulge right out to the capital and taking it, and yeah, that's kind of over. This team was not expecting it at all, and the the Lime Team forces are going to instantly capitulate the country, and yeah, it's pretty much it. So that is that. That's gone. Also, I will be introducing a new layer if I can figure out. Alright. Yep, so now we are going to duplicate this layer. And, so this layer, I just created a new layer. And this is going to be the trade route layer. Now, trade routes do exist, but they don't have a map. Well, they don't have a map that actually represent them. So, uh, one, uh, this trade route, I'm gonna get the actual, like, tool here. This layer So once again, trade routes. So this is one of the trade routes going up here, going through this capital, and eventually stops over here. I do want to actually, yeah, I'm gonna redraw this. We'll have it go through this capital there, but honestly, hold on. Let me just, I'll build this and I'll get back to you. No, it would not go that far. There's no reason for it to. Alright, so this is the trade route as of right now. Now, the trade routes, they stem from here, as if you've seen. I'm going to fix this country's capital because, there you go. Now, I'm going to actually bring probably a lot of layers to this map, which is gonna suck for me, because then I'm gonna have to update the layers one by one, so whatever, it's whatever. So let's go over the trade routes. The Tron trade route, this, the shorter one, starts at this very light green team. Um, it goes down through this gray country, down through this country, and it ends in the capital of Egypt. And then this one at the top goes up north through this very very light blue team, goes up around, goes into Europe, goes up, but stops at Ukraine, and goes into that once again. Why no stop it. That looks bad. Alright, so it goes through the green team, sort of, and then goes down and hits this wall of nothing. So I'm gonna fix this. So I'm gonna make it something around like this. Alright, so now why did the green team invade, or the lime team invade this country down here? Now it's just to get access to the trade route, and so they can build their own trade route, which is why we will get on that now. So the lime team will take this trade route and build it towards the capital, but they only get up to here as of right now. Now other trade routes may exist, like here, and there's also maybe some shipping trade routes. But as of right now, the world doesn't really. They have this technology for it, but I mean, obviously you can imagine this is probably a trade route. They're not long like this trade route is. Like it's just localized trade routes. But anyway, know about trade routes. Let's go back to this map and let's do some. Okay, hold on. Let's do some of this. So, this country will completely explore all of this. We do have some efforts to exploit over here, but doesn't go that far. We have this being cut in half as Crete, the Egyptians get access to Crete, and here now one thing I will show the issue with trade route. I have to do this as well, which it sucks, but it's fine. I'm really gonna do this off camera because it'll just be easier. But and obviously, I'm not gonna be perfect. It's gonna look a bit different, but it's fine. Let's go back to the main map. All right, so let's go. Let's go over to let's go to Britain. So we will have. Oh my God. Yeah, I have to get used to these layers, but all right. So all Wales is discovered, and let's go to here, and we will stop up to Scotland. Now this is France putting in the work, as you know, the gold team. It's not fit for anything as of right now. But the gold team, well, actually, no, the French will make a border with this team, which these two have not talked like before, but now they have border with each other, so we'll have to see how that does. build a gold team, go for a conquest in France, because these two are probably around the same military strengths. Most likely not, but you never know. Let's go over to the blue team now, where they do some Norwegian expansion, and they don't really go far, but they will make their country. Well, they're gonna cut off the gold team, and not much the gold team can really do about this. They didn't really care. They just wanted to wipe the purple team off the map, which they have successfully done. Alright, so now we're going to go over to Asia, where we have a lot more land being explored by the yellow team. The yellow team will go on a massive exploration campaign and explore all of this land here. All of this land gets explored by the yellow team, and yes, they will obviously be expanding into this because they just discovered a lot of land, and they will look like this. Alright, so the yellow team expands greatly, and into modern day China, down here, and this looks horrible, so I'm just gonna fix this. This isn't more, I'm just fixing it. Make this look not horrible. Yeah, like minor stuff like that, I'm not sure if I'll get on the other map with yeah, there's a big difference. Now maybe there's a way, but I don't know, I doubt it. Alright, so let's go over to Africa, where we have the Spanish doing more African exploration, but as if you probably guess, not a lot because desert, biggest desert on the planet. So that's gonna be an issue for a while. Now let's go over to Mesopotamia. We have a couple wars. First of all, this country gets eradicated. Um, we have this country invading up into this country, and then down to the south we have this country. Oh, you still have a red team pixel. It's gone now. This country invading up to here, getting a connection up to here, and this is, as you can see, this is a trend. Because this is after the what happened after the destruction of the red team? Well, one, um, the governments that well, the countries now that were replacing the red team were not set up very well. Um, like a couple, like that one country, like if I go on the second map, you can see like this country right here, which is gone. Um, it had a horrible government, so it's not like it was war, but they were just like, yeah, I mean, we'll fight back, but like we're not winning. So yep, even countries like the Magenta team is kind of distraught by the red team's destruction. Not because they were invaded by the red team, but the issue is they have so many other countries now where they can get invaded from. So they're very skeptical about what's happening over here. But back to this, yeah, this teal team, yeah, the capital's gone. Um, I can't remember where the red team's capital was. I think it was. It might actually be this. It might be this. It might be this city right here. That might be it. That might very well be the red team's capital. It could be. Maybe I destroyed it on the map, but I probably did. But it was somewhere around here. But yeah. Uh, so in terms of power rankings, now I'm not too sure who's the strongest one here. Now the pink team is very strong in terms of this area, but I think that this team here is going to be stronger, and we have this capital being taken, but we do not see the capitulation of this country as they continue the fight. the gray team now gets involved over here, and this goes over here. I don't know what. Oh, that's just a picture from a dead country. Now, but shortly after this, they have this happen, and we have an encirclement being possible, but will happen. We'll have to see. Now, this won't be a multi-episode war. This is just a kind of like, it's not. Well, no, it's not a theory war. It's kind of like the great team that war is a country that the great teams that war is. So we'll work together, but we still hate each other. Now let's go over to Ukraine. Ukraine is very very strong, probably a top 3 military power as of right now. In terms of Europe, yeah, definitely. The gold team is probably the first. Yeah, no, the gold team's strongest. Maybe then Ukraine and then France. Yeah, I'll say I kind of like that. Yeah, yeah. So we have 1, 2, and then 3. Now, will Ukraine use the military to do any harm? No, because they have a good relation with this country. This country is independent, so they will not do anything with this. But what they will be doing is moving their capital. Now, this is something never done before, and that's for a good reason. Oh, what the? Alright, so where do they move the capital? Well, they're gonna move it down to modern day Sevastopol. You know the city. Oh, I need to do this, and then there you go. Yeah, so they moved the capital to where Ukraine actually is, and this is horrible. This is a mess. So I'm gonna clean this up real quick. Alright, whatever. It's fine. But the capital, this is the first time a capital has been moved without war. So let's go over this country and we'll have them explore it like this and cut all this territory off. They will now take all this. That should not be gray. That should be that should be light gray or white or whatever color this is. All right, let's go for the Russia. No, we don't have Russia forming, but we do have Russian land being explored. We have Helsinki being found by the Estonians, not Estonians, the Latvians, and they will explore also everything over here. No, not all of this. Ah, one tiny pixel. Don't we love the 1 pixel? Definitely not all of this land. That won't happen for a long, long time. And the red and Latvia will be expanding, and they will seek friendship with the gold team or the teal team. The gold team says screw off. So the gold team is more of like an independent country that doesn't want friendship. They'll have cooperations, but not friendship. The teal team is like, yeah, I don't know, you kind of invaded the other country up here, so we don't really trust you, but we'll find out with time. So, once again, no alliances will happen. Now let's go back down here. Um, we have this being repelled back, so this looks ugly. And, we do have a counteroffensive at to try to retake the capital. They get close, but, if they don't fight, these guys will fight, and they will take a lot of southern modern day Iraq. And, we have the gray team kind of getting folded up north, and this is where most of the military is. So having all of this being destroyed leads to this happening, and and then the gray team is going to leave the war, and they will subsidize all of the land right here. And the new capital is going to be. Oh, I can just do it like that. That's actually way better than doing how I did before. The new capital is going to be right here. This needs to be destroyed. But what will be destroyed is the devastation of the capital. Now, this doesn't mean that this team is still existent. But what happens here is essentially uh destruction. The every city, no, every city that was a city. Every building in the city is gone. This is devastation. Not even the gold team did to their capital right here. It was bad. Not as bad as this though. This is horrible. This like there's only 3,000 survivors left in the city, and about and the population of the city was roughly around 15,000. Uh, Now the world population at this time is not that much. It's probably only around like 1 million people. This is still very early humans. Maybe not even a million. Maybe actually I'm gonna say 250,000 people. I don't think you can make it. You can make. Yeah, it seems fair. Maybe it seems fair. But I'm gonna say 250,000. Now this is going to uh make this completely um sad. This is gonna sadden the country a lot because there's no point in going to this to the old capital because it's no longer there. It's destroyed. So we'll have the for some reason this green team is super strong, and we'll have a peace treaty. Well, not well, yeah, kind of peace treaty, not really, but war will come to an end, and the capital over here is going to be shifted right around to recently annexed territory right here. So that's so this is starting to become a very high military power in the world. Now, I mean, this is the biggest red team, the red team, uh, what's it called? The red team faction, I guess. I guess so. Now we will have a deal with this country to get rid of this. Now, you might be wondering why would this team give up perfectly good land, and that is for they give up this land for a non-aggression pact. So this is the first non-aggression pact in the series, and basically it's a non-aggression pact for 15 years. So these two will not invade each other for the next 15 years. Sounds pretty good deal to me. Well, there's issues with that deal. Besides, like you gave land to the other party for 15 years of non-invasion, but what happened after the 15 years? Maybe invasion, maybe not. So we'll see how this comes back for them in the future. The green team will be making a move again, but where they will be making a move into Greece. Now, Greece has been it's a very nationalistic country. Uh, Greece has been it doesn't have the strongest military, but it does. It's very nationalistic. So when the gold teams, not gold team, the lime team starts invading their territory, the troops go from probably 10,000 to roughly 15,000, and the lime team's invasion force is around like 12,000. Now this is going to quickly end up into a stalemate, but we do have a third party, being this pink Anatolian country, go and snatch Crete. Now, uh, for what reason? Uh, the, they say it's just for an island. They want more islands, but they already have like, for instance, they already have these islands here. So yeah, they don't need any more islands. Like if I over here, they have all the islands within. Well, I guess this area now. They have tons of islands. This is just a obvious land grab. The Greek team will tell them to well, screw themselves. But the Lime team will take this distraction and pummel straight into Greek Greek land, and with very a campaign going very successful right around there. The Greeks stand no chance against the invasion force, and yeah. And once again, uh, the green team is going on a mass territorial conquest, as in the coalition they had in episode 4, I think. Uh, they want revenge, and there is one country in particular that may or may not have been the leader of that thing. Now I can't remember if they participated or not, but the pink team hates the lime team, and the lime team wants revenge. So we might have another war, but the lime team is not ready for a war like that just yet. Um, so it is in the 30-minute mark, but I'm going to make this longer. Alright, let's go over to this pink team here. We have uh them fully encompassing all of, well, not all of, but a lot of the Caspian, as they are just missing this land, but due to the pink team not wanting to be in a war, they will not go for it. Which good for you. You're one of the only countries that doesn't want war besides Ukraine. Now, the problem with Ukraine, they're going to do a little sea expansion, and they will just completely exploit this area. Now, this has been, they have not revisited this place for a while, but it's yeah, they fully explored it all. The pink team over here will actually, yeah, they're going to fully explore all of this area with their boats. And now we'll go over here to where we have all of this being explored. So the world is exploring the Earth a lot more. Now they still have like 0.1% of the ocean fully explored, but that's fine. We'll have them explore all of this too. Mediterranean is fully explored, and this is good. This is extremely good for travel, the country to country trade. Alright, so we're gonna go over to the UK where we have, oh, that's okay, we have this showing up, and okay. And we have them, okay, yeah. So the British are here, and you might be wondering why they have this, and yes, because they're going to kick the French out. And the French seem like, hey man, what the hell, man? But like, we don't really care. So, he, the British are now on the map. Um, but yeah, the British are here in their capital. Well, they don't have England, but no, they have England. They don't have London. So the capital is going to be roughly around where they started, and that's they started up here. Their capital will be over here in Wales, right there, and they will go ahead and fully explore all of Scotland, and that includes all of these islands. And over here, which means they have taken boats to get to these islands. So we will do this a little bit just so it makes sense on the map. But once again, this sea exploration is very hard for them, as it's very far away from their territory. And they will put boats into whatever this bay is called. Is this a bay? I'm not too sure. I know this is a bay. So that surely must be a bay. Yeah, it must be. But this is going to be, they are slowly making their way to an island, but you never know. They will also put their boats over here and basically fully help the gold team explore over here. And it's about time the gold team got a little bit more land, but it's nothing too major. They will be just getting this land right there. So nothing all much, but they gotta be careful what they do now because the purple team that they took over is still being assimilated into the country. So that is going to be it for this episode. Now I have updates to do because this is very out of date. As you can see, Greek is there. Like you can see a lot of changes, a lot of changes. Now, once again, nothing really much can happen in Asia due to the fact that Asia. Um, we'll get there. We'll get there eventually. Now, no, like obviously stuff could happen, like Korea exploring more, but there's just no reason for anything to happen in Asia right now because but I mean, there's no all these other kind of peaceful. Like the Korea has good relations with the new Chinese country and southern China. They have good relations with. They have good relations with all of them. Like all of them. Uh, these two still hate each other, but not enough for them to go to war, and they wouldn't want to go to war after this. Uh, I guess these two hate each other, but honestly, not to an extent to go to war. The yellow team likes everyone. India doesn't really have an opinion on any of them besides the yellow team, which the yellow team is just I don't know. The yellow team is it's I'm using the wrong map here. Hold on. There we go. I just realized that. Um. So yeah, nothing much happening in Asia right now other than exploration. I guess we can have that. Alright, so what we'll do, just to make my life easier, just fixing the second map, is going to have all of this area being discovered by the two Chinas. But other than that, this is going to be the end of episode. Let me just figure this out. What is this episode? This is episode 8. Okay. I did not think this is episode 8, but this is indeed episode 8. So, episode 8 is here. And just this episode. We'll back next Saturday, I hope. Unless I just do another hiatus. But probably not. I'll probably just keep working on this now. A lot of stuff happens in this episode. So, see you guys next week.